Police say it takes only a few seconds for criminals to check and see if a vehicle is unlocked, to check for valuables they can steal and make away before you notice. The suspect's being held here at the Sebastian County Detention Center on a $50,000 bond. A court date has not yet been set. New information this afternoon about a span of drive-by shootings that happened earlier this morning at the home here behind me. Last night's historic rain totals not only closing Utah Ranch Road here in Lavaca, but also causing major flooding problems for local farmers. Winter weather also causing problems for drivers here in the River Valley this morning. Let's take a look at the roads behind me. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, but as florists are busy preparing arrangements like these, they want to remind you to shop local. It's homecoming weekend here on the University of Arkansas campus, and in just a few hours, thousands of students will pack this empty amphitheater for a homecoming pep rally. This morning, 2 teenagers are behind bars after authorities say they robbed a Clarksville McDonald's at gunpoint. 18-year-old Jayden Richardson is being held at the Johnson County Detention Center on a $200,000 bond. He's facing an aggravated robbery charge. The other suspect is 16 years old, so his name is not being released. Clarksville police say the incident happened Thursday around midnight when the two forced their way into the back door. You're looking at a picture of the suspects dressed in dark clothes and masks. The manager said they were armed with handguns and demanded cash from the register. 2 drive-through customers called 911. The manager tells us this is the first time the McDonald's has been robbed.
To see it happen like that, it's kind of crazy.
The customers say the town praised the people who called 911, but as for what a few of them would have done,
Probably try to get people out, and hopefully the authorities would show up, and I'd probably call 911.
Adrenaline would be rushing, be very crazy. I'm not sure what I would have done. Probably call 911 too.
Investigators say none of the workers or customers were hurt. It was one of the deadliest accidents ever to take place in the River Valley. June 21st, 1985. This was the scene on Logtown Hill in Van Buren just before 8 o'clock that night after an 18-wheeler loaded with frozen pork steaks lost its brakes coming down the hill. Linda Dixon and a friend had just passed the intersection where the collision took place. They saw everything in their car's rearview mirror.
We tried to get in, but there was so much debris everywhere.
The 18-wheeler went airborne after hitting the railroad tracks at the train depot. It landed on top of a station wagon with 7 people inside, including a small child. Dennis Gilstrap was a Van Buren fireman back then. He was off duty that night, but was one of the first to get there.
I was in there and it was so hot that, it felt like the hide was going to come off of your arms. It was really, really a hot fire. After I was here a short time, that's when I realized and was told that there was a car, a station wagon, that was actually under the truck that was inside the building.
Linda Dixon and a friend were able to get close enough to see the station wagon. Dixon says it's a night she'll never forget.
We heard a voice whimpering, and it's a sound that will haunt me until the day I die.
A total of 9 people were killed that night. Today, if you go to where the accident took place, you'll see a quiet little park built to honor the 9 people who died that Friday night, 30 years ago.